Hello, Lenawee County. My name is Brian Vish, and here are the headlines for this week in Lenawee.
Accurate, dependable, and late-breaking. This is local and state news on WLEN, Lenawee's local news station.
Adrian Public Schools has launched a new industrial arts program at the high school. The class introduces students to woodworking and skilled trades. The course is led by industrial arts teacher Tony Aiken, who brings years of experience. Students are learning the basics of craftsmanship with industry tools like drill presses, mills, routers, and saws. The program was funded through support from Adrian Mechanical and a career prep grant from the Lenawee Intermediate School District. District officials said the program is part of the Diploma Plus initiative, which helps students earn credentials and prepare for careers. Adrian Schools plans to expand the program by pursuing national accreditation. To learn more, visit adrianmaples.org or follow the district on Facebook. Hunters Helping Lenawee is celebrating its 15th anniversary and prepping for its third annual golf fundraiser on September 21st at the Tecumseh Country Club. The nonprofit turns donated venison into meals for families across Lenawee. Program manager Mike Houghton explained the impact of last year's efforts.
It was great. Last year we had over 5,000 pounds of venison donated, which was record-setting for us, which translates into over 21,000 meals. And we hit every community within Lenawee County. All of our donations stay within Lenawee County. So that being said, we're really looking forward to seeing what happens this year.
That was Mike Houghton with Hunters Helping Lenawee. The group has provided more than 81,000 meals since its start in 2010. This year's golf fundraiser supports the processing costs that keep the program running. The Adrian City Commission is taking action to restore the Civil War monument at Monument Park. The decision comes after years of stalled fundraising and planning by an outside group that originally began collecting donations for the project in 2017. Commissioner Bob Elliott says the city now feels it must move forward.
What we've seen here over the past several months is that there's a concern that that monument needs to be restored, and that with this group not moving forward to restore the monument, that the city feels it's appropriate that we now step in almost 8 years later to do the work that group hasn't been able to follow up on up to this point, and still has not shared a plan or communicated to the city or the donors about their plan to restore that monument.
That was Commissioner Bob Elliott. The commission voted to waive the bid process and hire a sculptor directly to complete the restoration. The Schultz Holmes District Library in Blissfield will host the Manhattan Short Film Festival with 3 free screenings next month. The screenings will take place Thursday, October 2nd through Saturday, October 4th, starting at 6 p.m. each evening. The festival is part of the library's Blissfield Unbound program and is free thanks to sponsors Brown & Sons Roofing and Knapp Chevrolet Buick. Moviegoers will enjoy hot dogs, popcorn, punch, and pizza. Everyone will get a ballot to vote for Best Film and Best Actor. 10 short films from around the world are in the running, including 3 from the United States. The winning films will be announced on October 6th on the festival website. For more information, call the library at 517-486-2858 or visit blissfieldlibrary.org. The BraylonStrong Foundation is preparing for the After Hours Music Festival in Clinton. The event will take place Saturday, September 27th at the Clinton Inn from 7 to 11 p.m. Jen Randall, president and founder of the BraylonStrong Foundation, explained how the organization began and who it helps.
So BraylonStrong is a nonprofit pediatric brain cancer foundation, and it was started in honor of my son who passed away from brain cancer in 2017 after a 17-month battle. There was lots of foundations that helped us out during our time, and I wanted to give back to the community and be able to help other families going through the same thing. So we helped them financially with some of their bills, or if they just want to make a memorable event and go on a vacation or a trip to make some memories. Transportation. I talk to a lot of the parents and help them get through some hard times that, I may have faced and can give them some insight on.
That was Jen Randall with BraylonStrong. The After Hours Music Festival is free to attend with live music, a magic show, and food trucks. Donations will support families facing pediatric brain cancer. The Adrian City Commission has formally recognized Police Chief Vince Emrick for his service as acting city administrator. Mayor Angela Heath read a proclamation thanking Emrick for his leadership.
Whereas City of Adrian employees have always worked together as a true team, and whereas Chief Vincent Emrick of the Adrian Police Department has stepped forward on several occasions without hesitation to lead our team, and whereas Chief Emrick's leadership, experience, and expertise has guided commissioners and staff each time he has filled the role of acting city administrator, and whereas the commitment to the City of Adrian that Chief Emrick has demonstrated is noteworthy and appreciated. Now, therefore, I, Angela Sword Heath, Mayor of the City of Adrian, Michigan, along with the entire City Commission, do hereby thank Vincent Chief Emrick for his leadership and his commitment to Adrian.
That was Mayor Heath. After the meeting, the city's community development team presented a flag to Chief Emrick as both a thank you and a birthday gift. Community leaders met this week to talk about the future of mental health care and how Medicaid funding affects local services. The town hall focused on how changes at the state level could impact counties like Lenawee. James Flanny, CEO of the Community Mental Health Partnership of Southeast Michigan, spoke about Medicaid and how it compares to other programs.
Looking at spending per enrollee, Medicaid is a very reasonably cost program in comparison to many of the other insurance types. I'm not here. I don't have the platform. Lenawee doesn't have the platform to fix the health system within the United States. If we were starting over and re-procuring the whole health system, I can guarantee you it would not look like the way it looks like today. I don't know anybody that's particularly happy with the health system that they participate with, whether they're in Medicaid, private health care, or any type of health care within the United States.
That was James Flanny, CEO of the Community Mental Health Partnership of Southeast Michigan. Organizers say the town hall underscored the importance of protecting local mental health services while addressing wider problems in the healthcare system. The city of Tecumseh honored local historian Bob Elliott ahead of his receiving the Musgrove Evans Award. Elliott has led many guided tours of Brookside Cemetery during his 35 years living in Tecumseh, and his book, Tecumseh's Hometown Heroes, was published in 2023. However, Elliott told WLEN News that there was one thing in particular he's most proud of.
For years, walking people through there, especially kids, it's always been very rewarding. But years ago, I started charging $5, raised enough money to restore the Civil War monument in the front of the cemetery, which means a lot. The town lost a lot of men at Gettysburg, helped, save the Union and abolish slavery, something very, very important. So I'm very, very happy with that. And get a chance to drive down Union Street. It's a beautiful monument and a beautiful, beautiful cemetery.
That was historian and Musgrove Evans Award recipient Bob Elliott. The Musgrove Evans Award ceremony honoring Elliott will be held at the Ashlar on Wednesday, September 24th. Doors open at 5:30 p.m. and the program starts at 6. Tickets are available at Gray Fox Floral at 116 South Evans Street for $35 a person. And now for a quick dive into the cave. The The Siena Heights University football team earned a home opening win last Saturday over St. Francis from Illinois 24-21 thanks to a 17-point fourth quarter. Head coach Matt Kahn was a guest on Inside the Cave Monday morning and talked about the game with hosts John Roberts and Jeff Bowman. Kahn referenced an earlier conversation between the three of them and talked about improvements from week 1 to week 2.
We did. There were some things that were different and some things that were similar. But, going back to our conversation on this day a week ago, you kind of hit the nail on the head. The biggest improvement that a football team can show is week 1 and week 2. And we definitely improved in a lot of different areas. And it showed on Saturday, and it showed when we had a chance to review the tape for sure.
You can hear the full interview on 965thecave.com. Adrian College football player Maddox Woods was a recent guest on the AC All Access Show. The talk show is held every Monday night from 7 to 8 at Frickers in Adrian and is aired on 96.5 The Cave. The junior linebacker talked about what it was like in Week 1 defeating FCS Division I Valparaiso.
Going into the game, Coach Polka was preaching on and off. It's not about who we play, it's about us and what we do. And you could tell that was the focus for the team. We didn't care that they were a D1 school. We didn't care what the name was that was on the jersey. All we cared about was playing how we play and playing to our potentials. And we went out there and did that. And we knew it was going to be a 60-minute game. It wasn't going to be a win handed to us. And that's what we did. We stayed out there and we fought. And even when the night got dark towards the end and we thought it was all over, a miracle happened, and it was awesome.
Woods looked ahead at this week's homecoming game against Manchester University.
I'm expecting, hopefully there's a big crowd. That's awesome for us. So I love a huge atmosphere in the fans, and it makes the game 10 times more better. And also, I'm just going out there to look to dominate. Like I said, we don't care what team shows up. We care about what we do and how we show up. So I know we're going to prepare for this game like it's a championship game, like we always do. And hopefully we go out there and we execute all the little things to a T, and we just dominate.
The Bulldogs are seeking consecutive 3-0 starts to a season for the first time since the program won 3 games to start a season 3 years in a row, 2003, 04, and 05. Listen to Adrian College football all season long with Ian Wendt and Sean Whitmer on 103.9 WLEN and WLEN.com. And that'll wrap it up for This Week in Lenawee. I'll see you next Saturday. For WLEN News, I'm Brian Vish.
Count on WLEN, Lenawee's local news station, to keep you informed with accurate and dependable information 24 hours a day.